Who would be brave enough to fight him? Would you fight someone 9 feet tall? Hi everyone, and welcome to INC Kids Adventures. I'm James, and I'm so happy to be able to see you every week, where we will draw together, learn Bible stories, and do active break together. We'll hang out with Sweetie and Shalina, and hear from some of you all over the world, and so much more. But guess what we're going to do first? It's time to draw! And today we're going to be drawing some characters from another INC Kids show we all love, Bible Time. But before we draw, we're going to listen to the story together. It involves a really big guy. Can any of you guess which story? Yes, you were right if you guessed David and Goliath. Now, as we watch this episode, listen very carefully, because as many of you know, I'm a teacher in the children's worship service, and I'm going to be asking you some questions later on as we plan out what we're going to draw. Okay? Here it is.
A long time ago, there was a champion and a brave warrior from the Philistine camp called Goliath. His height was 6 cubits and a span, or 9 feet tall. When the Philistines gathered in Judah to attack the Israelites, Goliath challenged the Israelites to pick someone to fight him. When the Israelites heard this, they were terrified. But there was one Israelite who accepted Goliath's challenge, a shepherd named David. David said, "Who is this heathen Philistine to defy the army of the living God?" So David went to King Saul and told him that he would go and fight the Philistine. Saul replied, "How could you fight him? You're just a boy, and he has been a soldier all his life." David explained that he used to keep his father's sheep, and when a lion or a bear would come and take a lamb out of the flock, he would catch it by its beard and strike it and kill it. But David acknowledged that the Lord was the one who saved him from the lions and bears, and the Lord would also save him from the hands of Goliath. King Saul agreed to allow David to fight Goliath and dressed him in armor. David could not walk in the armor, so he took it all off and went out to meet Goliath with 5 smooth stones and his sling. When Goliath saw whom the Israelites sent to fight him, he looked down on him and mocked him and said that he would give David's flesh to the birds and the beasts. David replied, "You come to me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord, whom you have defied." As the Philistine Goliath came closer to attack him, David ran to meet him and used his sling to hurl a stone at Goliath. The stone struck the Philistine in his forehead, so that the stone sank into his forehead. And after he fell on his face to the ground, David cut off his head. When the Philistines saw Goliath dead, they fled, and the Israelites pursued them. Great things can be done if one has trust in the Lord. Those who trust in the Lord have nothing to be afraid of.
So according to the story we heard during Bible time, who were God's people during those ancient times? The Israelites, yes. And at the beginning of this story, the Israelites were really terrified, really scared, because of a Philistine man named Goliath. That's right. And what did Goliath do? The Philistines were already planning to attack the Israelites, but Goliath personally challenged them to find someone willing to fight him. Let's draw Goliath. What do we know about him? What's his job? He's a warrior, that's right. And was he tall or short? He was tall. In fact, 6 cubits in a span, which is over how many feet tall? 9 feet tall. We're going to draw Goliath on this side of the paper, and then our next character will draw on the other side here, just to compare them. But let's start with Goliath. We know Goliath is really big, so we're going to draw a very, very big character. But just like all our other drawings, we're going to start off with some simple shapes, like circles and ovals. So let's start up here, in this top part here, and I'm going to draw a circle like so. A bigger circle like so, like that. Okay? Then I'm going to draw an even bigger circle. Okay? And now I'm going to use some ovals just to figure out where other things are, like his arms. So I'm going to draw one oval like this side, and another oval on this side. Okay. And then I'm going to draw another oval like this. So this for his one leg, and then one more oval down here. And we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to draw another oval like this, and another oval down here. So as we draw this, make sure you're drawing very lightly, okay? Because these are guidelines. Also, he's going to be holding some weapons later on, okay? So actually his arm will be bent. So one hand will be like this, and another hand will be like this, okay? So it will all make sense a little bit later on. But let's get to the details here. Let's start off at the top. And we're going to add a few more guidelines here. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down like so. And a line that goes straight across the head here like this. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a couple of circles. Okay? In between these two lines here, I'm going to draw one circle here. And one circle here. And these will be for the eyes. Okay? I'm going to draw a line. If we go from this point here down a little bit, I'm going to draw a little short line here like this. Okay? And that will be the nose there. All right? So let's go ahead and finish these eyes since we're here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that goes over this circle here like this. So I'm going to go from here, this bottom part here. I'm going to draw a line that goes over the circle like so, like so. And I'm going to draw another line. If you want, you can bring it all the way around here. I'm just going to go a little bit down, just halfway, maybe even right to where the iris is here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to draw a line that goes around, down like that, and then another small line that goes right to the circle, like this. So if you want to add the line underneath here, you can, but you don't really have to, all right? Now I'm going to draw a little circle at the top here. I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to draw a little circle on the bottom of this iris. Same on this side. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay, so that's our eyes. So now, Goliath, remember, he's pretty angry. He's a warrior. So we want to make sure that he looks a little bit mad, a little bit angry. So we're going to draw some eyebrows here. And to make a person look a little bit angry, sometimes we would take the eyebrow here right on the top, and then we would have it kind of slouch down a little bit like this. Line go down like that. We're going to do the same on the other side. Line up and down like that. Okay? Now if you want to, you can make this thicker by adding some volume to it, maybe going above it like this. And that's his eyebrows. Okay? So a lot of the times, a lot of these people in the Bible, they would have beards. So let's give Goliath a beard. Okay, so what we're going to do, from this part of the nose here, I'm going to draw a line that comes here and curves down like so, like this. We're going to do the same on the other side. Bring it down to where the edge of our circle is. And from here, it's going to be a pretty long beard. So I'm going to draw a line that curves from this point to this middle point here. Like so. Let's do the same on the other side. Okay? Now, we're going to make a little bit of a mustache here. So from the nose, I'm going to draw a point right here and have this curve down like this. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so that's his mustache, big bushy mustache there. Let's go down a tiny bit. I'm going to draw a little line like this. So this is actually under his lip. And then I'm going to draw a little curved line that goes like this around here. Okay? So that is his beard. Now, remember, Goliath was wearing armor. So we're going to give him a helmet right now. Okay, we're going to draw a very interesting helmet, a helmet that was probably around those times. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. In the top here, okay, in between these two eyebrows, well, the first thing I want you to do is draw a little line in between here like this. Right in between. And then I want you to draw two lines that go straight up, like so. Like that. Okay? And we're going to draw like kind of like a square. Okay? So on this side, I'm going to draw a line that goes across like this. Down. And right underneath. You see that? It feels like kind of like a square. We're going to do that on the other side. Side, down, and over. Okay? Now let's draw a line that goes straight down here like this. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down like so. Now, feel free to pause the video if I'm going too fast for you to catch up, okay? So we could continue drawing together. So from here, I'm going to draw a curved line that goes up here like this, following our circle. A curved line that goes up here like this, going to stop right here. And I'm going to draw a line that goes right up to this line here. Do a straight line that goes right up. And as you can see here, you can start seeing the helmet taking shape. Okay, so actually we're going to go up just a bit higher, maybe up to here. And then I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across here, straight across. So sometimes these helmets have a little bit of, like kind of like a hair sticking up, kind of like a mohawk. But I believe it's called a plume back in the day. So what we're going to do is, you see these two lines that we drew here? We're going to continue that and draw one going almost all the way to the top of our paper here like this. We're going to draw a little rectangle all the way to the top and down. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line right in the middle here. And then I want you to draw a curved line that goes from here down like so. That. Okay, so that is the helmet. You can see he's already wearing armor here, okay? Now that armor is going to continue down, so we're going to continue to add to this armor. So for example, he would sometimes have these shoulder pads back then. So I'm going to draw a line that goes from here, from this part of the helmet. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across here like this, maybe to there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Straight across to there. Okay? Underneath it, I'm going to draw another line, kind of going the same angle here. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across like this. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then I'm going to draw like a curved line that goes like this, underneath to attach them. Same on the other side. And then I'm going to draw a little line in the middle. Okay, just a little bit of detail here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm going to. And then I'm going to add two little circles right inside here, right at the bottom. A circle on each one. I'm going to do the same on this side as well. Okay, so it's a nice little armor detail there. Okay, so now for the top of the armor here, I'm just going to draw a line that goes from here right across. Okay, great. Okay, so you can start to see this armor is taking shape here. Okay, so we have this circle here. We're not going to follow the circle exactly. That's just to estimate how big his upper body is. Instead of a circle, I'm going to draw a straight line that goes from here maybe down to, let's say, here. I'm going to draw a straight line like so, like that. Same on the other side. And then, back then, so this part would be armor. He would have a little belt as well. So I'm going to draw a rectangle that goes from here all the way across like this. There you we go. Okay. Now, sometimes back in those days, armor, they would have kind of like a mini skirt here. Okay, so what we're going to do is from here, I'm going to draw a line that goes from this point here down to almost where the knees are. Maybe in this area right here. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down like this. Same on this side. A line here that goes straight down like this, almost to the knees. And then I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across, like this. Okay? And then I'm going to draw another 3 lines here, just to add a little bit more detail, to kind of make it look like the shoulders here. So I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down like this. A line that goes straight down like this. One on this side as well. And then like the top here, I'm going to add a few circles inside. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can really see the armor starting to come together here. Okay? So he'll probably have some boots. So what I'm going to do, you can see we roughed out the legs here. I'm going to draw a line a little bit underneath here that goes straight across, like so. And then have this line come all the way down here like this. Same with this side. So it's like a little rectangle. Okay, we'll do that on the other side. Draw a line that goes straight down like this, across, and down. And to draw the feet part, I'm going to draw a half circle, like this, around, one on the other side, and a line straight across. And then, just to add a little bit more detail, if you want to do this, you can. I'm just going to add a couple more lines inside. And then, I'm just going to draw a line that goes straight up here. This is to finish his legs. A line here, and make sure they go inside the armored skirt there, okay? Okay, great. Now let's talk about the hands, all right? So before we draw the arm, because he's going to be holding some weapons, and we'll talk about the weapons in a second, we do need to draw his hands first. So you see here, we roughed out where the hands are going to be. So we're just going to add some fingers to it, okay? So most people have, I think all people have, 5 fingers, right? So he's going to be making a fist, kind of like this, okay? Like a fist punching towards you here. So I'm going to draw a line, little ovals here. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he does need a thumb, so I'll add one more oval right here. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, and now before we finish the rest of the arm, he is going to be holding some weapons. And according to the story, what kind of weapons did he have? He had a sword, a spear, and a javelin. So I'm going to draw a line. It goes from here, goes down, right to the ground, and all the way up, almost to where his helmet is, right to where this helmet is. And I'm going to draw another line that goes straight down as well, here like this, okay? Now, if you don't have a ruler, that's fine. You could just draw it yourself. Lines won't be perfect, but that's okay. We're having fun. I'm going to draw a curved line here at the bottom. I'm going to draw a curved line here at the top. And now for the spear, we're going to draw a little triangle shape here at the top. So I'm going to draw a little point up here. And I'm going to draw a little line that goes straight down like this and up. And we go over drawing, we'll draw like this and up. And then maybe we'll add one more little line here. And that is our spear. And now let's go ahead and draw the sword. Okay, so in the sword, what we could do is I'm going to draw a little rectangle here above the hand, like so. And draw a little bit of a rectangle here at the bottom as well, underneath. So that's the holder for the sword. And now we're going to draw the sword. So I'm going to draw a line that goes up here. It might go over the shoulder pad a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight up again like this. And I'm actually going to make 3 lines. I'm going to make one line in the middle that goes a little bit higher. And then I'm going to attach these 2 lines here, okay? So he has a spear and a sword, okay? And now let's finish this off I'm going to draw a line that goes from here all the way down to maybe right here. So I'm going to draw a line that goes down like this to draw the rest of the arm. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line that goes from here. Watch this carefully. I'm going to draw a line that's from here, and it's going to go down and curve a little bit. So watch carefully. I'm going to bring this down and curve a little bit like this. Okay? Do the same thing. I'm going to draw just a little short line here like this. And the other part of the arm we don't really need to, because we really don't see it. Now, if you want to add a little bit more detail, maybe you could have like a little armband if you want. Same on the other side. Okay, and there you go. You could stop here if you want to. This is our Goliath. Really big. He has his weapons here as well. And there you go. So I'm going to go ahead and color it. So we're going to speed this up right now so you can see how I do that. So there's our Goliath. You could really color him any way you want, but he's big. Now, looking at Goliath, who would be brave enough to fight him? Would you fight someone 9 feet tall? Did anyone step up to the challenge? Yes. And what was his name? His name is David. And what do we know about David? He's just a boy in his job? Well, he was a shepherd. He took care of his father's sheep. Now, King Saul wasn't really sure about this. In fact, what did he say? He said to David, "You're just a boy, and he has been a soldier all his life." But what did David say to prove he's brave? While he was taking care of the sheep, whenever a bear or lion would come along to take a lamb, David would take it by its beard, strike it, and kill it. Before we continue on with our story, let's take a quick 30-second active break.
Active break!
Now let's draw David. So we have Goliath on this side. Let's draw David on this side here. So David will be considerably smaller than Goliath. Remember, Goliath's like 9 feet tall. So David is almost maybe half his size. I'm going to draw David in this area here. And I'm going to be drawing, and let's start again. And just like we drew Goliath, let's start off with some simple shapes here. So I'm going to draw a circle here on this side here. I'm going to draw a circle like so. And then I'm going to draw another circle for his body underneath here. A smaller one, because he's a smaller guy. He's very young, apparently, David. I'm going to draw one oval here, and that will be for his arm. And I'm just going to draw a little circle here. This will be his hand, because he will be holding something in both hands. So I'm going to draw another oval here on this side here. One here. But this arm is going to be down. So I'm going to draw another oval like so. And then I'm going to draw one oval that goes down like this. 1 and 2. This is the one leg. And maybe a little circle at the bottom for his foot. And we're going to do the same on the other side. One oval here like this. Another one. And a circle on the side here. Like that. Okay, let's get to drawing David's face here. I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across here like this. And a line that goes down. These are guidelines. These will help us decide where everything is. So let's start off with the eyes here, like right in the middle, maybe in this area here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle. I'm going to do the same on the other side here. I'm going to draw a circle like so. And then I'm going to draw a line that goes around and down. Like that. Same here, around and down. We're going to go a little bit below our guideline here. Okay. And then I'm just going to draw a little bit of a line right underneath here like this. Now, like we did with Goliath here, I'm going to add 2 little highlights here. So I'm going to draw 2 little circles on the inside. of both eyes. And then fill it in. Same on this side. Okay? And like Goliath, David probably isn't as angry. Okay? Maybe we could make David a little bit happier. So I'm going to draw his eyebrows a little bit more rounded and going up. Same on this side. Now, if you want to, you could add a little bit of volume here. So I'm going to draw a little line like this, maybe, and then draw a line, curved line that goes around like that. Like that. Now let's go ahead and draw David's nose. Now David won't have a beard. Remember, David's young, so he probably won't have a beard. So I'm going to draw like a little curved line here off to the side, and that will give an impression of a nose. And then let's go down just a little bit more, and then draw a line straight across, maybe a little curve top, give him a little bit of a smile. If you want to, you might even add a little bit of a line right underneath it, just to make it feel like a lip there. So let's go ahead and draw the side of his head here. So let's go from this eye line here, and this line goes all the way down like round. I'm going to square it off just a little bit. It goes like this and down, like so, like that. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, here and down like this. Just like that. Now let's give him an ear. Okay, so from the top of the eyebrow here, I'm going to draw like a little semicircle that goes down like this. Okay, so that will be one ear, and we're going to do the same on the other side. This is the other ear. Now if you want to add a little bit more detail, you could add a little curved line in here. Same on the other side. Want to add a little detail. Now let's get to what David's going to be wearing. I'm thinking maybe we could give him a little bit of a headband. I think that would be a nice little detail. So from the top, from the ears here, I'm going to draw a line that goes from here around over the eyebrows and down, like that. And we're going to draw the top of this headband here. It's going to go maybe to this point right here. I'm going to draw a curved line that goes here and down like that. Okay. Now the reason I left this space here, okay, is I'm going to add two little triangles. Okay, and this represents hair that's kind of going over the headband. And then I'm going to draw another curved line down, here and down. Okay, so that's his little headband there. So let's go ahead and draw the hair here. Okay, so let's say if we go to this headband, maybe from this area right here, and then go up a tiny bit, this is where the part in his hair will be. Maybe some of you have hair like this. I'm going to draw here from this line. I'm going to draw a curved line that goes out, like so. And then maybe a couple of whoop lines there, like whoop whoop, like that. And then we're going to draw a curved line that goes from here all the way down to maybe this point right here. Going to go all the way around. Here it goes. It goes up and all the way around to here. Okay? And then maybe a couple of whoop lines here. Whoop, 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 like that. Okay? So that's going to be David's head. Now, let's go ahead and draw David's body. So let's give him a neck first. So where his chin is, maybe this area here, I'm going to draw a line that goes down and another line that goes down here. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and draw his shoulder. So you see a little space here. I'm going to draw a straight line that goes from this point here all the way to maybe this point right here. So draw a line here, okay? Same on the other side. And then we'll draw a line that goes from here down to maybe this point right here. So we're going to give him some short sleeves. Same on this side. And then I want you to draw a line that goes straight inside like this. Okay? There you go. Okay? Now let's draw his body. Okay, so we're not going to make him round like this. What we're going to do is, from this point here, I'm going to start drawing the point just a little bit underneath it right here. Same on this side, maybe right here. And then I want you to draw a straight line that goes down maybe to here. Same on this side, down to here. And then kind of like Goliath here, we're going to give him a sash as well. So, or a belt. So I'm going to draw a line that goes straight across, like so. So a little rectangle there. And then like Goliath, he's also wearing somewhat of a skirt. That's kind of what they wore back in those days. So I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down like this. Another line that goes straight down like this. And a line that goes on the knees like that. Okay? Since we're here, let's finish off these legs. I'm going to draw a straight line that goes down here. Do the same on the other side. And then draw again, like Goliath, a semicircle here. And then straight at the bottom. Same on this side here. Semicircle, straight at the bottom. There you go. Okay? So he's a little bit less detailed in his outfit, but one thing we're going to do is just add just a tiny bit more detail here. I'm going to draw a line. See where his neck is? I'm going to start just a little bit over. I'm going to draw a diagonal line to this point of the belt here. So it goes all the way down here like this. Okay? Now on this side here, we're going to do the same thing. So it's kind of like a Y in the middle of his chest here. I'm going to draw a dot here, and I'm going to draw a line that goes up like that. Okay? So now, David is holding something. Remember, in order to defeat Goliath, David used a sling and 5 stones. So in this hand, let's draw those 5 stones. So first of all, let's draw the fingers like we did with Goliath here. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. As you see, they're pointing up because he's going to be holding the stones. So in this hand here, I'm going to go ahead and try to draw as many stones as I can. If you can only get 2, that's totally fine. If you want to try to put all 5, you totally can. But I'm just going to put a couple circles inside here, as you see. Maybe 3. That should be good. You get the idea with just 3. But remember, he had 5. And then I'm going to draw a couple lines here just to complete the arm. Okay? So in one hand, he's holding the stones. In the other hand, he's holding the sling. So I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down like this, all the way down here like that. Okay, and then I want you to draw a little circle here, but I want you to stop, okay? Just like that. Because in his hand, he's going to be holding a sling. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw like a rectangle that comes down. Like this. You could curve the line a little bit if you want to. And it comes down like that. And then I'm going to draw another curved line like so. Okay? So that's what a sling looks like. It doesn't look like your regular slingshot that you see today. It's kind of like a belt, really. And then maybe I'll draw a line here. So this is where he would put the stone. He would swing it around and toss the stone. Okay? So for the most part, that is our David here. There you go. There's David. And how did he prepare to fight Goliath? Saul gave him an armor, but David couldn't move while wearing it, so he took it off. So it was just David, and his only weapons were 5 stones and a sling. So even though Goliath was bigger and more experienced soldier than David, who did David have on his side? Yes, the Lord God. And what did God's help allow David to do? He used his sling to hurl a stone at Goliath, and it struck him right in the forehead. He fell down to the ground, and then David cut off his head. When the Philistines saw that, well, they didn't stick around, did they? They fled, and the Israelites were able to pursue them. In the end, when we put these two characters side by side, and we see what God allowed David to do, what do we learn from this Bible time story? Great things can be done if one has trust in the Lord. So may we always trust our Lord God. May we always be brave like David, because those who trust in the Lord have nothing to be afraid of. Now make sure you stay with us and keep watching INC Kids Adventures. I hear Sweetie has a special message and a short lesson for you as well.
Trust. T-R-U-S-T. Trust. You may have heard the word before, but what does it mean? Well, trust means to really believe in someone or something. When we trust in someone, it means that we believe that they will do what they say. For example, if your brother or sister tells you that they'll save you some snacks, you can trust or believe that they will have snacks waiting for you later. But even when we trust someone, they sometimes can break our trust because they can't keep their promise to do what they said. Who do we know that we can trust and believe in no matter what? That's right, friends! Our Almighty God always keeps His promises, and we can trust that He will do what He says, because unlike us, nothing is impossible for our Almighty God. Do you trust in our Almighty God? Great job, friends! We should always trust in our Almighty God because we're INC Kids!
What a packed show it was today. Thank you to everyone who joined from home and for drawing with me. It was so much fun. Join us again next time where we'll learn how to draw another story from the Bible. You know what would also be cool? It would be awesome to see your drawings. If you have an Instagram account, post your photo and tag at INC Media News with the hashtag Time to Draw and hashtag INC Kids Adventures. And a photo of one of our viewers will be featured in our next episode. You can also tag my personal account at Box Office Artist. I can't wait to see everyone's drawing. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/INCKids, where you'll find even more content you can enjoy with your family. Take care, everyone. Hope you had fun on today's INC Kids Adventures. And if you did, remember, wherever you go, you can tune in to INC Kids where there is always time to draw. See you next time. Bye-bye.